Right. So you know how Hollywood's always got its share of drama, right? But sometimes it feels like there's something way darker going on underneath all the glitz and glamour. And now 50 Cent is about to throw a whole damn Molotov cocktail into the mix with this new true crime series he's doing for Fox Nation, 50 Ways to Catch a Killer. I mean, the title alone screams that it's gonna be juicy. But here's the thing. It's not just about random murder cases. Word on the street is that 50 is gonna be digging into some of the entertainment industry's most mysterious deaths and disappearances, and guess whose name keeps popping up? You guessed it. Beyonce and Jay-Z. Now, I know what you're thinking. Beyonce? Queen Bey? No way. But hold up, because this rabbit hole goes deep. We're talking about whispers that have been circulating for years, rumors about Jay-Z allegedly taking out rivals to climb to the top, and now 50 Cent is seemingly adding fuel to the fire by suggesting that Beyonce isn't as squeaky clean as her image suggests. I mean, remember all those stories about Beyonce's former drummer claiming she practices black magic? Or Uncle Ron, the former bodyguard, saying that both Jay and Bey were responsible for taking out artists to further their careers? It sounds insane, I know, but where there's smoke, there's usually fire, right? And now, with 50 Cent about to shine a spotlight on all of this, things could get really ugly really fast. Apparently, some of the cases he's planning to highlight involve women who were either seen as threats to Beyonce or women that Jay-Z was rumored to have been involved with. First up, Aaliyah. I mean, her death was tragic, and there's always been something fishy about the whole situation. Remember all the shady details that came out later? Like how she was allegedly sedated and carried onto that plane against her will? And then Jaguar Wright comes along and claims that Jay-Z used Hype Williams to set Aaliyah up on that faulty plane. It's a heavy accusation, and it's one that a lot of people have been wanting to investigate further for years. And get this, 50 Cent's best friend, Eminem, was supposedly crushing hard on Aaliyah back in the day. He's always doubted the official story of her death. So, 50's gonna go hard on this one. Then there's Blu Cantrell. Now, this is where things get really interesting. The rumor mill has been churning for years about Jay-Z's alleged obsession with Blu. Some people even believe he named his daughter Blu after her. And Blu, she just vanished from the industry out of nowhere, but not before claiming someone tried to poison her. Poisoned. Blu was a rising star in the early 2000s. She had a hit album, Grammy nominations, the whole 9 yards. But then the Jay-Z drama started brewing. Allegedly, Blu got close to Jay right around the time he was starting to date Beyonce. And Beyonce, she was starting to focus on her solo career. So you can imagine the tension in the air. Rumor has it that Beyonce felt threatened by Blu's rising stardom and suspected something was going on between Jay and Blu. Blu denied any romantic involvement, but when Wendy Williams asked her about it in an interview, she couldn't give a straight answer. And then Beyonce and Jay-Z dropped their Bonnie and Clyde visuals in 2003, and Blu called them out for allegedly copying the promo she had already done for her track Roundup. It was messy, to say the least. But the real kicker came in 2014, when Blu claimed someone had poisoned her with gas. She was found roaming the streets of Santa Monica, disoriented, and had to be hospitalized. After that, her career tanked. She got dropped from her label, and no one wanted to work with her. So, the question is, did Jay-Z and Beyoncé have anything to do with Blu's sudden fall from grace? Jaguar Wright seems to think so. She suggested that artists who were once viewed as threats to the Carters often saw their careers derail or experience serious personal struggles. It's a lot to take in, I know. But buckle up, because there's more. And then you got Kathy White. This whole thing is just dark. She's another woman who was supposedly linked to Jay-Z, and her life ended tragically too. Jaguar Wright, she's out there saying that Jay-Z and Diddy both know way more about what happened to Kathy than they're letting on. She's even hinting that Kathy's death might be connected to a pattern of poisonings in the industry. Poisonings! Man, this is some next-level conspiracy stuff. Jaguar was asked what she thinks is gonna happen next, and she straight up said, Kathy White's true killer is going to be unveiled, and it's not a man. And that woman died screaming, I mean, damn, she's not holding back. She even called out Diddy to release some tape he supposedly has. It's wild. So, back to Kathy White. Apparently, back in 2011, rumors started swirling that she was Jay-Z's mistress. It all started after she was spotted in Vegas with Claudia Jordan, sitting at a table with Jay and Diddy. There's even a photo of them all together at a party. Okay, so the rumors about Jay and Kathy didn't really take off at first. But then, when she suddenly died in September 2011, people started putting two and two together, and it got real suspicious. See, Beyonce announced her pregnancy at the VMAs on August 28, 2011, just 5 days before Kathy was found dead. Beyonce's pregnancy announcement basically broke the internet for weeks. So, when news of Kathy's death came out, it barely made a ripple. But people who like to connect the dots, they started raising eyebrows. Especially when you throw in those rumors about Beyonce allegedly using a surrogate and faking her pregnancy. I know, it sounds crazy, but people were talking about it. And just when you think it can't get any weirder, Jay-Z's ex, Carmen Bryan, jumps back into the mix. She's been making comments suggesting that the Carters are way more powerful and dangerous than people realize. She even reacted to reports about Jay's alleged connection to Diddy's mess. She pointed out some lyrics from Jay's song Monster, where he raps about killing, murdering, and pillaging. She's basically implying that Jay might have snitched on himself in his own song. So, yeah, people are really hoping that 50 Cent's true crime series is gonna dig into some of these stories. There's just too many coincidences to ignore. I mean, are these just a series of unfortunate events? Or are Beyonce and Jay-Z really involved in something way darker than we can even imagine? It's a scary thought, but it's one that a lot of people are starting to entertain. Look, I'm not saying they're guilty, but all this stuff coming to light at once, it's definitely raising some serious questions. And with 50 Cent being the one to bring it all to the forefront, you know it's gonna be a wild ride. He ain't afraid to stir the pot. He's made a whole career out of it. It's not just the rumors themselves, it's the pattern. Careers derailing, sudden disappearances, allegations of foul play, it all adds up to something that just feels off. And the fact that people who've worked with the Carters are coming out with these claims, that carries weight. It's not just random internet trolls. These are people who were supposedly on the inside. And let's be real, power corrupts, right? We've seen it time and time again in Hollywood and in politics. When you reach a certain level of fame and influence, you start to think you're untouchable. You start to believe you can get away with anything. And maybe, just maybe, that's what happened here. I don't know. It's all speculation at this point, but I'm definitely going to be watching 50 Cent's new show. I want to see what he uncovers. I want to see if he can shed any light on these dark corners of the entertainment industry. Because if there's even a shred of truth to these rumors, the world deserves to know. Look, the silence is deafening, right? You'd think if this was all just BS, the Carters would be lawyering up, issuing statements, doing the whole PR control thing, but crickets. And that, my friends, speaks volumes. It's like they're hoping it'll all just blow over if they ignore it. But 50 Cent isn't exactly known for letting things go, is he? And it's not just about Beyonce and Jay-Z directly, it's about the entire industry. How many other stories are out there that never see the light of day? How many artists have been silenced, careers ruined, or worse, because they crossed the wrong people? This is Hollywood, man. It's a cutthroat world. And power dynamics are everything. Think about it. You got these megastars, these billionaires, who basically control the narrative. They can make or break careers with a single phone call. They have armies of lawyers and publicists to clean up their messes. And who's gonna challenge them? Who's gonna risk their own career to speak out against them? Not many. That's why these rumors have been able to fester for so long. And honestly, the Aaliyah thing, that's been bothering people for years. There's just too many unanswered questions. The official story never really added up. And now you got Jaguar Wright coming out and saying Jay-Z had something to do with it. That's a bombshell. Whether it's true or not, it deserves a serious investigation. Same with Blu Cantrell. I mean, her story is just bizarre. She was on top of the world, and then suddenly, nothing. And then she claims she was poisoned. That's not something you just brush off. If she was really targeted, who would want to hurt her? And why? The timing with the Jay-Z and Beyoncé stuff is just too coincidental to ignore. And Kathy White, that's just straight up tragic. A young woman dies, and she's immediately labeled as Jay-Z's mistress. Whether that's true or not, it's a horrible way to be remembered. And if there's even a chance that her death was suspicious, it needs to be looked into. It's easy to dismiss all this as just gossip and conspiracy theories, but these are real people with real lives, and if there's a chance that they were wronged, their stories deserve to be heard. Look, I'm not saying Beyoncé and Jay-Z are definitely guilty of anything. I don't have any inside information, but I'm also not naive. I know how this world works. And I know that power can corrupt. And I think it's important to ask these questions, even if they're uncomfortable. 50 Cent is definitely playing a dangerous game here. He's taking on some of the most powerful people in the world. But he's also giving a voice to people who might not otherwise have one. And that's a good thing. Whether his true crime series uncovers anything concrete remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, it's gonna be a wild ride. And it's gonna force a lot of people to confront some uncomfortable truths about the entertainment industry. And maybe, just maybe, it'll bring some justice to those who have been wronged. Or it might just be a bunch of smoke and mirrors. But I'm definitely watching. Are you?